The exact number of disabled people in Papua New Guinea is not known. There is no data available. What is known from sketchy information is that there are some 12,000 of such, amputees, visually impaired, those confined to wheelchairs, even the deaf, among others. I talked to one today, Alma Kwambu, an amputee, a testimony that disabled people have that drive to do more than the able. Thank you very much, Alma, for coming onto the program PNG Tonight. Welcome. Okay. Alma, tell us about your work. I see that you're disabled yourself. You're on a false leg. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, how you got that. But tell me, your work, you're into helping other people who are disabled, who've lost limbs and things like that. Tell us about it.
Okay, my work, I work with the National Orthotic and Prosthetic Services, National Department of Health. I'm a trained orthotist. That is simply to make artificial legs and arms to replace that missing part of the body.
Do you make artificial legs and
arms?
Okay.
Yes, that's what I do. I also coordinate wheelchair services in the country through the hospitals that we work with and NGOs as well. So that is my role.
All right. It ensures that you travel, I guess, to various places to see people who are disabled. Tell us about that. Where do you go? How many people are there?
Yes, with the work that I do and with NOPS, we partner with various organizations, and through the projects that are funded, there's 2 projects funded by Australian Aid. That project has enabled NOPS through the work that we are doing to reach out to persons with disability.
Okay,
and
NOPS.
there's so
Tell
many.
me about NOPS.
NOPS stands for National Orthotic and Prosthetic Services.
Okay, all right.
So that project has enabled us to go out and reach out to a lot of people, but we can't help everyone. It's a starting point where we can help some, but at the same time it's informing us or telling us how best we can plan for future, services and projects, etc., for people with disabilities. So there are a lot of people out there.
A lot of people?
A lot of people.
How many?
I can't say how many, because currently we don't have a database in the country, a national database that tells us how many persons with disability are out there. But with the projects that we are working on, we are able to collect data.
Some data.
Some data.
And how many of those?
Out of the first project that we've worked on, we procured around 27,500 assorted assistive devices, and that project is funded by Australian Aid. We procured that number that I said, and we targeted 20,000 people with disabilities. And currently in our database, we have around 12,000 people with disabilities so far registered.
All right. Disabilities, legs, arms, eyes, what are they?
The different classes of disability. It can be amputees, people who use wheelchairs, people who are visually impaired, people who are hard of hearing or deaf. There are different classes, so this project could only help a few and not everyone else, but that is a learning experience for us that it will help us to plan better next time when we look at services for people with disabilities in terms of assistive devices. Okay.
Yes. You're a pretty special person, and I think most people don't know that with the kind of work you do. And what about you're working for the health department, so you've got a program, you've got your year worked out, really, to go to the places and look at people.
So with NOPS currently what we do is we organize camps to go out and where places where we don't have our facility or clinic.
When you say we, how many other people are with you?
Okay, in the country we have around 8 trained nationals. We've trained overseas to make artificial legs and arms, and apart from that we have technicians who are hands-on experience, and we have around less than 30 people that we work with. Wow. And our locations we're based in Port Moresby, which is the headquarters, at PNG Hospital, and then at Anglo General Hospital, Nonga Base, and Western Highlands Provincial Health Authority.
Okay. Where did you get your training? Overseas?
Yes, I got my training in Cambodian School of Prosthetics and Orthotics.
Cambodia?
Yes.
All that
So
way?
yes, all that
I mean,
way.
why Cambodia? Why not Australia? Why not?
I think, well, it's because of how through our department, that they've identified places that we could go and study.
Okay.
And I think it's the first time that we had, people going out there to study and then come back. And it's only 8 of us. I am the 3rd batch to go and study and come back. And my other colleagues that we've graduated some of us are here in Port Moresby, some are in Lae, and there's one in Nonga.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a handicapped person yourself. One of your legs is amputated.
Yes.
How did that come about?
I wasn't born with it. I acquired it when I was 11 years old. I fell off a coconut scraper, and then it cut the nerve behind my knee joint. And then when I went to the health center, the HO saw the skin and not the nerve, so then there was no blood supply. And then it went bad, gangrene, so they had to remove it in order to save my life. So we've lived with this for 23 years now, and it's just part of my life.
Okay.
I accept myself.
All right. They didn't, as I say, you didn't pity yourself. You went out there and you got yourself an education, and you decided to help those people who are suffering like you did.
Yes. Well, at first, it wasn't like, I just got on my feet and started walking around. Yes, I was affected. I was worried. I was psychologically worried that I had one leg. I couldn't participate like any other normal, 11-year-old. It was very hard for me. I had to learn to walk with crutches. I had to learn, to accept the fact that I can't change the way I am. It was a big struggle for me, but I had a family, a really good mom and dad who didn't have all the money in the world, but they had the love and the care and support, and they raised me up to where I am now. And I feel that, with what I have, I should give it back to my friends who are out there who are suffering silently. With the job that I'm working, I feel that I'm helping people, and I want people to know that people with disabilities, we're just normal people like everyone. It's just one part of us that doesn't look good, that doesn't look right, but we're functioning in one way or the other. We're still functioning like you. You just have to give us the space, that opportunity, for us to breathe and grow, and we'll be like you.
Like everybody
yeah,
else.
and that's what I want. Yeah, and that's what I want to see. If I can come out and just be myself and work and enjoy life, I want my friends to come out also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think just one final point. In your work, you've come across at least 12,000 people with disabilities. There are, of course, more.
There are, according to WHO, when we take 15% of the total population of a country, that's 15% is the total number of persons with disability in the country. When you look at PNG, which is around
With 7-8 million, so 15% of that has some form of disability.
Some form of disability. Some can be seen, some cannot be seen. But if we go through proper assessment, collecting data and everything, we should be able to, identify everyone out there.
All right. We wish you luck, Alma, and thank you for coming onto the program.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much for having me.
Alma Kwambu. This has been PNG Tonight. Thank you for being with us. I'm John Higgins. Bye for now.